Shadow Fiend. There you go, turn my audio down a little bit so I shouldn't be quite as loud. Um, yeah, honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just figured, what the heck, I'm gonna cast some games. Just because I can. Because I want to. Then once I'm done casting these games, I probably will render out the video or do some editing, render out the video, and then, completely disassemble my computer. Again. For I think this is the 4th time disassembling this one computer. Because I keep changing things, upgrading things. But I'm going to be changing my CPU over and cleaning my graphics card. I kind of just hastily threw my my new 980 Ti into my system when I first got it, and I didn't bother to clean it. I didn't repaste it or clean it, so it's not that it overheats. The temperature of it's actually quite good, but I figured I might as well fully clean this thing. Give it a good cleaning, just because it would make me feel better. But yeah, swap over my CPU to a X5670 and to clean my 980 Ti, and it will be a very fun new little PC. Honestly, I'm halfway tempted to not even throw the water cooler on this thing because it's going to be running so cool and so quiet. As long as you don't overclock the X56 series, like the X56 60s, 70s, 75s, and 80s, they run relatively cool and relatively quiet because these Xeon style processors are just, they're so cool, literally and metaphorically. I love Xeons. Granted, I know I get some flame for that from a whole bunch of my tech buddies, but if I could choose between a Xeon and a conventional i7, I'd choose Xeon all the time. Because I'm literally choosing the Xeon right now over my i7 960. I have an i7 960, I got an i7 930. And I have now I have 3 different X58 motherboards, and I'm going with the Xeon variant. This is taking forever to load. And my Dota hasn't crashed, it's just taking forever. I'll probably just end up like fast forwarding through my rant. Or just cutting it. Dun 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 dun. Oh, that's right. Because it sets me as a yeah, it sets me as being 5 minutes behind. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. And I cannot go back, can I? Nope, I do not believe that I can. So I just gotta literally wait till 5 minutes. Okay. I just looked at the recommended customer price for a Xeon X5670 and it's $1,443. That is absolutely monumental, and it's got a 95-watt TDP. There we go, we are finally in it after waiting for 5 minutes.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's just see what both
Radiant
sides
team
pick.
banned.
So we got Radiant banning first. Looks like we got a Radiant got first pick, Dire's got second pick and third pick. So let's just see what the Radiant ban out here and see if we can figure out what they're going to be picking based on what they ban.
Dire team's turn to
Banned
ban.
out PL. Well, PL is one of those hard carries right now that's kind of, you can slot him into a whole bunch of different positions, or not a whole bunch of different positions, but you can slot him into a whole bunch of different teams, and he really does play quite well with most heroes. Just this constant sustained damage that also can quite heavily sustain himself with his item
10
builds.
seconds remaining.
He's also pretty relatively tanky.
5 seconds remaining.
Turn that down a little bit.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Turn that one down a little bit too. Let's see, they got rid of the Invoker. Invoker, I don't think he's really all that much of a needed ban.
Dire team banned.
They got rid of the Earthshaker.
Radiant team banned.
They got rid of the Disruptor. So both teams are kind of like anti big AoE control. Bloodseeker got banned out. Bloodseeker's a hero that I very much was expecting to see banned. Bloodseeker has, I think, very quietly flown under the radar as a very, very, very viable mid or safe lane pick. With the change back of Rupture to actually being able to kill the enemy, plus with his bonus attack speed, based on the low HPs,
10 seconds
Bloodseeker he's very, very quietly very, very strong.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Banning out of the Slark, always a good call because Radiant did have first pick. You could feasibly first pick a Slark and pretty much cut the offlane hero pool into like a third. Slark is so good against almost every single melee offlaner,
Dire team's
and
turn.
very seldomly... Ooh, that's interesting. Very seldomly does Slark ever have a hard time, so getting rid of Slark is just always super good. And he's got that like little sneaky assassin type playstyle that there are a lot of players that are very, very good at. So Radiant just picked up Ancient Apparition, which
10 seconds
Ancient
remaining.
Apparition,
Dire team's
his
turn.
ultimate negates the heal factor. He also has a bunch of built-in spell amplification, and he's also got an auto attack modifier that is like he throws a snowball, and it does a lot of magic damage. It's good. It's really good. But then you got the Dire, who just picked up the best 5 position in the game as Warlock. Warlock has a BKB piercing stun.
5 seconds
He's got
remaining.
AoE amplification of magic damage. He's got an AoE slow that also lingers when he stops channeling it. And he's also got a heal. Now, Ancient Apparition, mid to late game, is going to negate that heal, but ultimately Warlock's heal is only for the early game. So they've got an Ancient Apparition and a Spirit Breaker versus a Doom and a Warlock. The Doom pick here, I'm not a huge fan of, primarily because Doom just doesn't feel like he does all that much, or he does literally everything. He's not like one of those comeback heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
And with a Spirit Breaker on the enemy team, it does look pretty good for the Spirit Breaker. Doom is pretty good for negating essentially one hero completely. But yet again, it's either Doom is doing everything or Doom is doing nothing, at least what it feels like. So they got rid of Urza, and they got rid of Wraith King on the other side. They've just been hate banning almost all the good carries this draft, or this patch. Got rid of the Jug. Are they gonna go for something like a CK on the Radiant side? Or are they gonna go for something like a CK on the Dire side? Because let's just take a look at the pool. You've got rid of the Slark, the Wraith King. Wraith King actually wasn't even all that good this patch. Juggernaut, Bloodseeker, Urza. They got rid of the Lifestealer. Honestly, I would have probably left Lifestealer in the pool. I don't see much of a reason to get rid of him. I would be more scared of a Storm Spirit right now, because Storm plus Spirit Breaker for that long-range initiation, also with the AA ultimate, like AoE Ice Blast, that can literally, it's global. The long-distance initiation is insane on the Dire, or on the Radiant side. Um,
5 seconds remaining.
so what are they gonna pick up here? They're probably gonna pick up their second support. I'm thinking Doom is gonna be their offlaner.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
And yep, there it is, Spitfire. Spitfire with the AoE burn damage on his or on her ultimate is really really good. And you get a Legion Commander, more ranged AoE initiation with Blink duel. Um, I kind of see why they got rid of the Life Stealer now that I think about it with the Spear Breaker in the pool. Because if you would have Spear Breaker and Life Stealer and Legion and AA, and now just assumingly so, they're going to pick up a Storm Spirit. That long range initiation would be absolutely bonkers. That would be the entire team essentially could initiate onto one hero, get a free pick off, and then run. Um, but the Dire have got so much team fight right now. Like, if they aren't getting a pick off, if the Radiant don't get a pick off, I don't know if they can fight into the Dire right now. Between Warlocks, Fatal Bonds, Spitfires, Mortars, and Doom's just Doomness, even if he's not having a great game, he can still do quite a bit. Honestly, I don't know. I'm curious to see how this one's gonna play out. And so they got a minute and 28 seconds
Radiant
left,
team's turn to pick.
and they pick up the Drow Ranger as a safe laner. I'm not a huge fan of that one. Drow Ranger is very, very susceptible to getting jumped on and getting dueled. Getting Spear Breaker charged. Now, yes, if you're very, very cautious and you use your Gust perfectly, you can do quite a bit, but
10 seconds left.
it's this is a hard Drow game. To put it bluntly, this is a very, very hard Drow game. I'm assuming now Radiant is going to pick up their... I think they're going to pick up their safe lane here. They might pick up their mid here. I'm still betting on Storm. Storm would just round their draft out even better. But then let's see, what do they have left for safe lane heroes? You could, on the Radiant, you could pick up Unconventional, but you could pick up, what's his name, Visage, because that AoE, or not AoE, but that instantaneous burst damage that you can get from him. Also, the scouting with the birds is very, very effective. Let's see, who else could they pick up as a safe laner?
Fire team ban.
Void. Why did I miss that? That's such a good pick. Why did I not think about that? I'm literally racking my brains. Like, I already brought up CK. Void is really good, obviously. I don't know why I totally missed Void. Honestly, actually, it kind of surprised me that I didn't go Void Spirit, too. Void Spirit would also be a really successful mid hero for him. Yeah, they just got rid of the Tinker. Radiant's final ban.
Radiant team's turn to
Viper. Who else could they go besides the Storm? I don't know. I genuinely don't know who they would pick besides Storm. I don't know any of the players, so I'm kind of guessing.
Fire team's turn to pick.
Meepo! Well, this just got interesting. I think the Radiant just screwed themselves. They do not have team synergy right now. Yes, they have synergy between AA and Legion and Void,
5 seconds
but
remaining.
they just put so much emphasis on what this Meepo is going to be able to do. But they've got the big AoE team fight with Chronosphere, and Chronosphere screws Meepo up so badly. Because he's got such a large hitbox, essentially. Because you've got to look at all the Meepos together. When the Meepos move together, they're essentially one giant hitbox. And getting a Meepo stuck inside a Void's Chronosphere, it's a death sentence. And if this Void does not play perfectly, he will kill his Meepo. And take it from somebody who used to be a Meepo spammer, whenever I saw Void on my team, I would get terrified. When I see Void on the enemy team, I get even more terrified.
Monkey King.
Choose your
and a Monkey King for a mid. I think the Dire might just straight take this one. Um, Monkey King versus Meepo. That's Monkey King favored all the way. Meepo gets a little over aggressive. Monkey King goes for a straight smackdown, and he's going to heal for a stupid amount. They've also got Warlock, who is just so good. And you put a Warlock versus a Meepo, you're going to get essentially spell. Here, let me explain this better. Sorry. The way Meepo is he's got so many HP pools, so many hitboxes, that if Warlock gets, say, Fatal Bonds on 2 Meepos plus the the AA will be taking damage for both of the Meepoliings. So it will essentially be AA getting hit, essentially like he's getting hit by a second hero. Or at least the way that the Warlock Fatal Bonds works. I'm probably explaining that really, really badly. But it's a really good draft for the Dire. Especially because they final picked Meepo. The Meepo pick was just... it was bad. So let's just see how this game plays out, because, I mean, the Meepo could literally just absolutely demolish them. But I guess we will find out.
Prepare for battle.
Everybody's doing their normal high-five stuff right at the get-go. So we got what's going to be a... wait a second, are they going to put...
30
I was going to say, are they going to
seconds
put the Warlock in mid? And like, no, they're not going to put Warlock in mid. That's just suicide. Are they going to put Monkey in the off lane, though? If you throw Monkey in the off lane and throw Drow mid, that wouldn't be a bad option. Or is Monkey just kind of like, just trolling around?
This ain't no snowball fight.
And Void is just going to go for bounty runes. Oh! AA is probably going to die here.
First
Yep.
blood.
I'm surprised Void didn't just go for the second bounty rune. So that just put a very large bounty rune on... or that essentially just gave a very large bounty over to, Monkey King, which is now going to have more of an advantage. Here, I got to go off a director cam for game. Meepo's going to have a larger advantage over the... wow, Monkey King is going to have a larger advantage over the Meepo. And Meepo, he's only got... well, he actually does have 8 armor. That is not half bad. And Monkey, if he plays a little bit too aggressively, gets caught by a poof, could be the end of him. We got Doom and Spitfire down in the off lane. Doom disconnected. Doom has got quite a bit of regen. Let's take a look at top. We got our Drow Ranger and Warlock. Multi-shot and heal. You got Spearbreaker and Legion. Legion went for call down first. It's interesting. I think this laning phase will probably play out pretty bloody on the bottom side and pretty bloody in mid. I don't know if anything's really going to happen top. As long as Drow doesn't get caught out of position, it should be alright. Bad for him.
Let the fighting
Okay then.
recommence.
But yet again, if this Void doesn't play perfectly, he's going to screw over his Meepo. But if he does play this perfectly, say Void and AA have really good synergy, like say they've been playing together for a long time, there's a good chance that they will absolutely wreck this game. So it's not like... I really like the Dire's draft. But Radiant are not out of this by any means. Oh, Drow Ranger hurts the Legion. Legion's only got 3 armor right in the get-go. And Drow with her scatter shot does quite a bit of damage. Arrow-based damage. Oh, that is so much. It goes up to 160 at level 4. I will get the last hits. Last hits and denies. So we got Monkey just absolutely dominating the Meepo right now. Yeah, I knew how this lane goes. Being a Morphling and Meepo spammer way back in the day, yep, this just
I take what I please.
this hurts. This hurts to watch. So Meepo's probably just gonna end up falling back into the jungle. Most likely just falling back into the jungle. Let's see, how's bottom lane going? Void's actually doing really good for CS. How's Doom doing? Doom is actually not doing half bad. Right now, all the cores are getting a decent amount. And actually not a lot of bloodshed going on. And Warlock is doing Warlock things. Fatal Bonds the creep wave. Let Legion lose half of her HP off of a single spell. Oh, but Drow, you cannot tank creep wave like that. You've got to be careful when you're a Drow Ranger. You only have 1 base armor, and then only 580 HP with a stick, which I think that gives you what, 2 strength? No, that doesn't give you anything. That's just a wand. Got a Wraith Band up, so now I got a little bit more HP, but still, you can get hurt. You got Legion, who had to walk all the way back to base, had to do the walk of shame, and now he's gonna TP back out top. Meepo. How's Meepo doing in the mid? 14 to the 22. Oh, Meepo just miscoordinated. Nah, but he just... Alright. If they play this correctly, they can kill Monkey. But they gotta let Monkey push. No, Monkey's gonna be back behind the tower. And Meepo does not have a point into, Oh, no. That is a bounty that's essentially going to the Monkey King. Oh, that's so bad. This Monkey is already going to be, like, way out of control, and now he's just getting more and more farm. Spirit Breaker needed to cancel his charge. He just literally pushed the game harder away from the Meepo. This was going to be a hard Meepo game from the get-go, and it just got worse. Meepo is... he's getting something, at least. Void is actually getting a lot. Like, all things considered, Void's doing well. Is this Void's Crow coming out? Void already has a Javelin. That is really good. Is our little Spitfire friend going to be going for her own Javelin? Let's never underestimate the power of a large amount of bullets coming out in a very short period of time for getting crits, or for getting Javelin procs. Essentially, it's the whole idea of Wind Ranger's ult, but on a much shorter cooldown and a much, like, less amount of hits. But still. No, the Javelin died. The Javelin just got killed. And now Void is essentially down 1,100 gold. Let's take a look over at net worth. Yeah, Void is now sitting at about half of his net worth that he should be. Let's go back over to last hits. Let's see, and Monkey is about to kill Meepo. If Monkey commits here, he kills Meepo. I guess he's just not going to commit, though. Circle's about to fall in about 10 seconds. Actually, less than that. Is he going to pop his other Meepo out here? Can he get a bash? Bash? No bash. And Meepo's dead. Meepo just, like... I don't think this Meepo really knows how to play Meepo. He literally is just not doing well. And Monkey's about to get another free kill. If he would have bashed there, I think he may have gotten the kill, but that is sad. This is going really bad for the Radiant. I like the Dyer's play, or I like the Dyer's draft, and They are just way, way outplaying them. Legion, how's Legion doing? She's got 20 and 6 versus the Dooms 15 and 1. How's Drow doing? 30 and 4. So not quite as free as the Void, but still something. Monkey is fed and fat. I have no idea. They cannot kill this monkey right now. And he just got phase boots. There's no way they're gonna kill him. Not unless they have like a level 4 poof. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Sorry, Meepo, but that doesn't work the way it used to. You don't get double damage for all your Meepos. That was an interesting patch. Way back in, what was that, like 7 point something, or 6 point something something, when every Meepoling got the bonuses of a regen rune and a haste rune and like everything. Just, yeah, fun. He's gonna have to charge. Oh, and the Spitfire! Spitfire! That was proper timing on the TP rotation, and that literally just saved the monkey. That means AA just fed away his life for what was effectively nothing. How's Drow doing? Drow is, well, pretty much free farmed. Not perfect, but not having a bad time either. Also, about to stack a hard camp again. So he's going to get a triple hard camp. Yep. Yep. I don't know what this Legion can do. This Legion's going to have to start making moves, but Legion really just can't do anything. Oh, do not duel! Are they actually going to get the kill here? Wow, that was... Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot about this. Drow Ranger's aura, or Drow Ranger's procs, only happen if she's within or out of a range of enemy heroes, so getting right on top of her does cancel that out. I don't know why I forgot about that for a second. But that was still a really risky duel, because if you would have lost that, and you would have given Drow an extra 10 damage right from the get-go, that is dangerous. So AA plus Void, pretty good. AA gets the kill, unfortunately. That is rough. Oh, and here comes Monkey. Monkey bashed. And I don't know what Void's going to be able to do here. He just popped his chrono. Yeah, Monkey's got level 3 stick up, by the way. He's going to turn around. He can hit 2 heroes and pretty much fully HP. Oh, come on, go for it, Monkey. Aw, he didn't do it. Let's see, how's top going? Still going pretty good, but Meepo's now up top. Meepo is trying to steal the stack. Meepo is probably going to die for this, because Meepo is only 1 level higher than the Drow, which is actually just terrifying. Wait, did Void just kill... Yeah, Void just killed Spitfire. I'm guessing Spitfire got a little bit overly aggressive, and Void needs to move. Oh, Meepo just killed the Warlock. I'm missing all these kills. I'm not going to miss this one, though. Monkey is not exactly great against Void, but right now, Void is so underleveled compared to what Monkey is. And this Monkey man knows how to play Monkey. Got Meepo. Meeple's just trying to farm. Meeple's only got 70 CS, though. At 10 minutes, 70 CS is not exactly what you want to see. Are they making a full... Are they fully committing on this Drow? That's risky. For that reason alone. So they got Fatal Bonds. They got Fatal Bonds on 4 heroes, or on 3 heroes. They got Monkey coming in. And they didn't even get the proper initiation like what they wanted. And Monkey's just wrecking face. Yeah, this was such a bad Meepo pick. I don't think they really thought about what they were going to be doing if Meepo didn't have a free lane. Meepo has 3 Wraith Bands at 11 minutes. He's trying to get a E-Blade up. Oh, okay, so now he's got his treads at least. He's trying to get an E-Blade up. Oh, this is rough. If they really wanted to go for a Meepo game, they should have been banning out every single Meepo counter from the get-go. They should not have been trying to ban out just random hard carries.
Some help.
Because if you go up against a Earthshaker, a Monkey King, a Winter Wyvern, a Wind Ranger.
Dyer's
Actually, crap, I could probably put like half the heroes in Dota right here as Meepo counters, because just Meepo is not as strong as what he could be.
holy shit.
What just happened? Oh, AA just
Dyer's bottom
got
tower needs
blasted.
help.
Okay. So it looks like they're converging into mid. Void is going to be just farming. Is Doom going to pop Doom? Doom did not pop Doom. Honestly, that may have almost just been worth it. He's got the Stomp. He gets on top of the Void. Void dies. Void only has 1100 HP. He's also got level 1 Infernal Blade, which is kind of questionable. I would have honestly not picked up so many points into Devour. So they are going to try and make a move on mid. Oh, remember how I said about the Meepo getting stuck? Yeah, Meepo just got stuck. That would have been so much of a faster kill, but it just didn't happen. I'm not even sure who Fatal Bonds is all on right now. But this is one thing about a Spirit Breaker, you can certainly get on top of them. They've got Duel Up in 24 seconds. They got Chronosphere, just got used. Meepo is still a Meepo, so he's got his main unit still out moving, while his other two side units are farming. Yeah, that just happened. And I don't think he's going to be able to kill, but that's still a nuisance. Because who else had Fatal Bonds on them? Yeah, AA just lost half of his HP. Because that's, what is that, level 3 Fatal Bonds? Level 2 Fatal Bonds on are on 2 heroes, dealing damage to the AA, and he loses 50% of his HP. And they're looking to make making initiation, but they definitely see that there's vision up there. Oh, and Monkey. Oh no.
Middle tower is under
Yeah, that was bad by the Monkey, but they've got so much damage. Fatal Bonds is a spell. Fatal Bonds is an ability. Please, people, respect the fact that that hurts so much. And you've got Meepo here. He got a Blink Dagger. Meepo is trying to do long-range initiation, but right now, what are they, like... Oh, they're only half a K behind, or they're only 1K down? That is surprising to me. I think Meepo and Void are both keeping him in this. But this monkey is out of control. He's got Echo. He's got his AoE slow now. He's also going to have, yep, he's got a Royal Jelly proc. And he's going to be Fated Brooch. Fated Brooch is actually not half bad on him. Extra 25 movement speed out of nothing. Yeah, that works. And he's going to be going for his Diffusal Blade, which is going to lead to even more monkey damage. Honestly, though, with the way that Monkey's farming, I would almost say forget the Diff Blade and go for something like a, I'm sorry, I just went silent there. I'm completely and utterly dumbfounded. Why was...
killing spree.
What? Why are they there? Why are they not there without everything? What did they... What did they just do? Like, why were they there? Why did they do that? They didn't have any of their big spells. They didn't have any of their big cooldowns. I genuinely don't understand. Why are they throwing like this?
Double kill.
This right now is the Dyer's game to lose, and I think they might have just thrown away what lead they had. Monkey was way too forward and way too aggressive in a location that they had just won a fight. Like, you know you have vision there, but you can also see as much as they can. Like, that was risky, and without your big ultimates, I don't care if you've got Monkey ult. Without your big ultimates, you cannot be fighting like that. Monkey should have just been farming up his Diffusal Blade. And what I was saying before Monkey got jumped is maybe it would just be worth to not use... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I say Monkey for him to not go Diffusal Blade and go something more of a, like a farming item to try and, like, cement their lead a little bit harder. But now Monkey just died twice in a row. Monkey literally just threw away all momentum that he had. And in Dota, that is a big portion of what leads to wins in games. If you lose your momentum that you built up in the early game, you will start falling behind faster and faster, and you do not want that to happen. Like right now, after those 2 monkey deaths, or actually that 1 monkey death, and then plus an entire team wipe of just pick off, pick off, pick off, they've now taken full control of their jungle back for their Meepo and Void, and their Legion. Legion is up to a Blink Dagger, Phase Boots, Soul Ring right now, which isn't great for being at 16 minutes, but it isn't bad either. She's also got 40 dual victory damage, which is essentially a free item for her. They're now rushing in. They're going to go on this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger's got a Maelstrom. Drow Ranger needed Shadow Blade. Drow Ranger needed Force Staff. Drow Ranger needed something to keep herself alive. Because right now she is not as farmed as what she needs to be. And for having a Maelstrom, trying to get into a Mjolnir, you need to be farming a lot more. And focused on farming a lot more. Spitfire is going for a completely, like, utility build. With a, Rod of Ados. But you gotta be careful with a Meepo. That's what it comes down to. You gotta be careful with a Meepo. Doom is about to get seriously dueled. I don't know why is Doom out here? Why is Doom in that position? What are they doing? I genuinely don't know what's going on right now. They're putting themselves in such aggressive positions that they're not able to follow up on. But right now, Radiant are really overextending. They've got Fatal Bonds on 3 of their heroes. They've got Fatal Bonds on the Void. Void is going to lose most of his HP based on that. Now, they did just buy back on the Doom. They haven't gotten anything yet for it, but AA's going to die. There we go. That's at least one thing. And there is Legion's death, probably. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. She's going to die. No, she is not. She made it out. Spirit Breaker discharge right in, though. That will probably be his death. And Spitfire was in range. Get that stomp. And Monkey Smackdown. Yeah, they're going to take this tier 2 mid, and they can probably start threatening... I was going to say they could probably start threatening high ground a little bit. There's a Meepo in this game, isn't there? Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. Meepo's pushing high ground with 2 of his units after they lose a team fight. Meepo's doing Meepo things. Well, that just happened. They just lost half of a tier 3. Or just about half of a tier 3. For nothing. Okay. This is one of those games that I keep finding comedies, or just like constant errors that are just like kind of turning into more of a comedy than like a sad story. Monkey's about got his Diffusal Blade, which will help, but that would have helped 8 minutes ago. Or, sorry, not 8 minutes ago, but 6 minutes ago when he should have had it at probably about 13 minutes instead of his timing. It's going to be about 21 minutes with the way he's been farming. Honestly, I would probably have just finished off Yasha and gone for a bigger farming item. Because right now, they do have the team fight to take these team fights. Between Spitfire ult, Monkey ult, Warlock ult, and Doom, they have 4 ultimates that really do... They really can do these fights. Doom, you gotta not be there, buddy. Dude, oh, that's... If I'm playing 5 position and I'm captaining this team right now, I'm literally pinging this Doom. Do not walk across the river unless you've got 5 people behind you. That is not an acceptable position. Because they literally are a team based on pickoffs. And that's what they're doing. That's the only way they're staying into this game, is they just keep picking off one by one by one. They get into a team fight, and they fall like dominoes. Seriously. They've really got to reconsider what they're doing. Oh, and yeah, they were going to go for a pickoff on the Monkey, but unfortunately Fatal Bonds made it so they couldn't actually jump with Legion. And if Legion can't jump, well, there kind of goes the whole idea of going on the Jug, or not Jug, the Monkey. And got Doom disconnected, so let's take a second here to get a recap on the items. Oh, good lord. Meepo's got a Hex Scythe and a Blink. That's gonna make the Dyer's game really hard. They fed this Meepo way too much. Those couple of like, what was those, like, essentially like pickoffs that led into more pickoffs that led into more pickoffs. That was just sad. Um, they weren't able to burst through Dyer right away, and now Meepo's gonna die for that. Wow, I was not expecting it to go like that. Um, they couldn't burst down the monkey. Oh yeah, that Void pick. That Void. Now, see, the problem with Void, the nice thing about Void is, yes, if you do get a good Chronosphere, you can pretty much kill anybody inside of it. The problem is, when Void Chronospheres, 3 out of his 4 friendly heroes cannot do anything to help him. Legion cannot do anything. Meepo cannot do anything, and Spearbreaker cannot do anything. AA can. AA is a good pick with a Void, but they should have picked up something else that could actually beat into the Chronosphere too if they were going to go for a Void pick. They really probably didn't think about that as much as what they should. Legion, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, that was AA getting a little bit cocky, but ultimately that was or not AA, sorry. That was a Warlock getting a little bit overly cocky. Yes, AA just, wow, Warlock just died there for what is equivalently not really much, but that's alright. Right now Dyer just walked into them. They were trying to go for a pick off on the Void because the Void had ran out of mana, but that is still a Void with a Mask of Madness and a Diffusal Blade and a Javelin. I'm sorry, but if you do not, like, burst him down in the course of a stun, he can turn around and he can deal damage to you. That was just them playing sloppy. Right, and now after losing a mid lane to Rex, they are making a forward front push from their tier 4s essentially all the way down to the enemy tier 1 mid. Right now, Drow ain't doing much. Drow has about 9,000 gold to her, and she's got a Maelstrom, Dragon Lance, and a couple of Agi items that Drow Ranger's just not farming. Not farming the way that she should be.
May the Drow keep you safe.
I don't even know like what to say about this Drow Ranger right now. The Drow Ranger pick just does not make sense in my opinion. Especially with the way that the enemy team comp was when they picked up Drow. But, I mean, Drow's doing what Drow can. Legion was way out of position there. Legion should not have been there. Legion's going to now die to the monkey. Unless they get some rotations out to help her. Can they get out? Are they going to be able to get out? And Chronosphere. Chronosphere was not perfect, though. Meepo, though, just got right into the middle of everything. Meepo is about to get Fatal Bonds, and Meepo got doomed. Meepo is using 4 units to literally punch the golem. And Meepo is now going to die. That's painful to see. Now the Radiant are overextending. After they took Roshan, they thought they could get more out of it. I think, honestly, though, they should have just taken Roshan and then backed out and started farming more. Yeah, that was sloppy play by the other side this time. Because, I mean, yet again, the Dire might be focused mainly on using their really big ultimates to fight and farm, or to fight, but that does not mean that they can't use their big ultimates to fight to get pickoffs. I know there's like this whole big idea of using your big ultimates only when absolutely necessary, that if you can, save them, because sometimes having that ultimate as a threat is more of a threat than having the actual ultimate be used. But in a game like this, it's better to be more liberal than conservative when it comes to your ultimate usage. I think this game is probably going to slow down now after that little throw. Radiant know that they're kind of in a rough spot, but they're very much not out of this game yet. You go on the Dire side. Right now, Drow Ranger is not uber farmed. nor is the Meepo, nor is the Monkey, nor is the Void for this point in time in the game. They're all really pretty close neck and neck. It really depends on who's going to get the jump. Except, man, I don't know if I like this Void with the Meepo. I keep going back to this, and I know I keep going back to this, but like every single time that Void makes a jump, he does not have the kind of support that he should going into these team fights. I'm just sitting here looking at Chronosphere and like thinking, how exactly would the Dire have to place themselves so Void could essentially control an entire team fight? And that would be him needing to like get all 5 of them right on the edge of a Chronosphere to let Meepo beat into him. But unless they kill Warlock right away, they're going to be facing so much counter damage when the counter initiation from Rock Drop comes in. And that's if Radiant gets the initiation. If Radiant does not get the initiation, Radiant gets the counter initiation, what do? They've already got Fatal Bonds on them by that point, and they've already got a Rock Drop in their face. And essentially, Rock Drop has an AoE burn damage. He's got probably level 2 ultimate by now. Yeah, that is, what is that, 50... Yeah, that is 50... Oh, it's 50 HP regen. What is the burn damage? Yeah, he literally has burn damage. Oh wow, I just totally missed what was going on there. They gotta pick up on the Monkey though. That's actually really good. And then you've got Meepo who's gonna die, and yeah, Drow is now a problem. And they just got blasted. Oh, an Aghanims. They've got an Aghanims Golem Rock Drop. So Dire essentially grouped up there, headed bottom for this last tier, or not last tier 3. I thought, or last tier 2. I can't even think any straight. I can't even think anymore. They went for the tier 2 at bottom, probably leading into a tier 3. Right now with double Golem, because Golems have the burn damage. Yeah, 50 burn damage a second. That's like literally using a Radiance pretty much. And Void. Void, buddy, I don't think you're in a good enough position. You're just gonna die here. I don't know what you were planning there, dude. That was just... this level of greed right now that they're trying to get something. I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to get anything, something that they can actually like transition into essentially extending the game a little bit longer. But it's just not going to happen. It's not happening right now, at least the way that they want it to be. Are they really gonna... I say they're gonna disengage off Drow to go after the Doom, but no, yeah, they're gonna fully engage on the Drow and the Doom. But Doom is gonna be quite a long time to kill. Like Doom does not do a lot of damage right now. He's more of a nuisance than anything. But it is gonna take a little while to kill him. That's actually kind of concerning that the Meepo does take so long to kill him. Meepo right now should be able to just blast him down. Meepo's going for an Aghanim Scepter to get that last Meepoling, but I do not think that is the way to go this game. That just is another target for Fatal Bonds. I would much rather see him go for something like a Butterfly, or a... actually, yeah, Butterfly would probably be the best. Going like a Butterfly or a SNY to give you more damage and more sustainability. I have Scotty would also be really, really good here. Try and get a little bit more attack slow for that Monkey King. What else could the Meepo go for? Does anybody on their team have a Crimson Guard? No. He's going BKB. Glimmer Cape. Man, Meepo should go for his own Crimson Guard. I know it might seem slightly defensive, but the amount of damage that a Crimson Guard negates is only exponentially higher because the Meepo has so many units that he needs to protect. You are able to save, or if you're able to stop a large amount of damage coming in because of Crimson Guard, it's very much worth the purchase on a Meepo. I know it might seem kind of dumb having a essentially what is an offlane item on your mid carry and what is going to be essentially the biggest carry this game, but it is great defensively. Got the AA just trying to go for a Yule Scepter. Let's look at the Dire side. Warlock Aghanims. I cannot stress this enough. Warlock Aghanims. Spitfire, Guardian Greaves, and Errata Vetus. Drow Ranger, even though not fully super farmed, with a Maelstrom and a Dragon or a Hurricane Pike, going to be going into a Lincoln Sphere, which is certainly not a bad choice. I mean, that'll give you more defensive ability. Oh wow, I did not think that Monkey was going to get cut off like that. I was not paying attention to the wards up here. Yeah, this is what happens when Monkey gets a little bit overly aggressive, puts himself into too much of a aggressive position. But, oh hey, look at Warlock Fatal Bonds is an amazing spell. And then you got the Guardian Grieve proc, and they're not going to be able to kill anybody like that. The meatball doesn't do enough damage. Each meatballing only does 116 damage. I know it's 116 times 4, but that's just not enough. Not when you've got 30 armor, 32 armor, and what is that, like 20 HP regen? Yeah, that is absolutely absurd. AA's got Ice Blast. Are they just gonna go for it? I guess so, but if they overextend a little bit here, if either team overextend a little bit here, that's gonna be bad. This is bad. This is really bad. Drow Ranger's still here. Fatal Bonds is gonna be up in a few seconds. Meepo's gonna die here. Meepo's gonna die here, and this is GG. AA's dead. Everybody's dead. Yeah, that's GG. They literally walk down mid and they win. Unless Void makes a ungodly good play right here, but I do not see that happening. Oh man. Chronosphere popped. Chronosphere does nothing. This is why you do not pick a Void with a Meepo on your team. This was a bad draft by the Radiant. That's what this comes down to. This was an awful draft by Radiant. And I don't want to be a dick about it, but they did not think about what they were doing with the Meepo and the Void. You can't do that. They may have made a couple of good pickoff plays, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when when the Monkey had such a free game. Monkey got first blood. Monkey then got a free kill on the Spirit Breaker when Spirit Breaker charged in to try and help. Yeah, that's just... Ooh, that's rough. I do not envy the Radiant team right now. That's like a complete wipe the draft, try out again, because that's... Oof. Oofta. No bueno. Just no. Alrighty, we are into game 2. The Dire team from last game is now swapped over to the Radiant. They have got first pick and first ban. So let us see what they are going to go for. They got rid of the Meepo right away. I'm betting that the Dire played with a Meepo last game and won with it. Let's see if we can take a look at that. So last game, they went Monkey Venge, Blood, Spitfire, Omni versus Nyx, PA, Disruptor, Centaur, Pugna. So, oh great, it's loading me back into the game, even though I was still sitting in the game. Lol, okay. So they got rid of the Disruptor, and then the Dire got rid of Viper. I mean, Viper's always an annoying pickup. I'm not sure what they're gonna be picking, what they're gonna be banning. I'm guessing though that Radiant is gonna probably try and get their Monkey King back, because they do have first pick. But are they gonna prioritize their Monkey over something else? To tell you the truth, I think. Well, not what I think. I'm 99% sure they're gonna end up picking their Warlock first pick. Just because Warlock is such a phenomenal hero. He has a BKB piercing stun, AoE damage, AoE slow, heal, literally everything that you could ever want in a hero, for a support hero, Warlock can do. So, I'm pretty sure they're going to first pick their Warlock. Now, did they ban out the Warlock or did they ban out the Monkey? Because I know Monkey was like their pinnacle of heroes for the last game. Yeah, Monkey got caught out a whole bunch of times, which sucks. But at the same time, Monkey was doing so much on the map, he was constantly getting vision. And yet again, even when Monkey's so far forward that he dies, he was still getting vision. First pick, I'm guessing Warlock. I know I was wrong last game about them picking the Storm. They picked Meepo over the Storm. I think Storm would have been way better if they would have picked that up. Then they would have had the initiation. They would have had long range, anything or everything. And if they would have gone for a Storm Ags right off of the or right after the Chronosphere, it would be super super good. They went for their Spitfire. Interesting. I figured they were gonna focus on the Warlock. I guess they prioritize having Spitfire more than they prioritize having their Warlock, because Spitfire is a very very good hero. Um, the kit that Spitfire brings it's a lot of damage. It's some AOE stun. It's some AOE slow, and a lot of little pricks when it comes to that little shredder.
5 seconds remaining.
Um, but yeah, let's just see what the Dire pick up here. They got 2 picks. Um, Honestly, I have no idea. They lost their Disruptor. They lost a Winter Wyvern. That's interesting. That's another BKB piercing AoE stun. Well, it's a BKB piercing for a single unit. It's just an AoE stun for everybody else. If they're BKB'd, they can walk out of it. Winter Wyvern is a very good hero with a lot of stun, a lot of slow, a lot of heal. Winter Wyvern is not bad here. This will be an interesting game.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
And a Vengeful. They went for their Vengeful Spirit, which, yet again, another hero that I think is kind of underestimated, similar on the lines of Bloodseeker, but not as good as Bloodseeker in my opinion. Venge has the double swap now instead of having just the single, so yes, she can swap herself in, then swap herself out, but
5 seconds left. Don't
if
forget
Vengeful doesn't play
to
perfectly, she can kill her teammates. Yeah, and then they get their Warlock. They get Warlock Spitfire as a duo, as a support duo. That's really, really good. Like, really, really good. Yeah, I would take Warlock Spitfire any day over Vengeful Winter Wyvern. Even just based on the core draft so far, Radiant team is in a much
10
better
seconds
position.
remaining.
And with with Dire actually removing the Enigma, I think Enigma would have been a very, very good pickup here with the Winter Wyvern, because if you can get a good Winter's Curse off, you have a free setup into a massive black hole. But yet again, that kind of requires you to have the Enigma in the pool to be picked.
Radiant team ban.
And they banned out their own Bloodseeker. Interesting. I wonder if the Dire are gonna go for a PL pick. Going for a PL pick because Bloodseeker is decent against PL. Not great, but decent. Going PL would probably be one of the scarier heroes. They got rid of the Slark. Radiant got rid of Slark, which is an interesting. Well, it's not just an interesting. It's a good ban. It's not questionable. It's just straight up good. Simply because Slark is such a nuisance to deal with. It's such a problem to deal with if you do not have the proper tools to kill him. They've got the proper tool, or right now the Radiant does not have proper tools to kill the Slark. I'm sorry, but it's a nuisance. Just the biggest nuisance ever.
5 seconds
Um,
remaining.
so who's going to be the second to last ban? They ban out the PL. I have absolutely no idea what the Dire are drafting. They've got their own style, I'm guessing. I'm sure these guys are probably like a 5-man unit who spend a lot of time playing together. 'Cause I genuinely don't even know what they're going to be picking here.
10 seconds
So let's just see if they're
remaining.
going to pick something fast, or are they going to let their time tick down a little bit.
5 seconds
Like, what
remaining.
kind of... I'm guessing they're going to probably pick up their 3 here, unless they're running a 3-winner Wyvern, which is not very good. Also, they pick up their 2 here. They pick up their Invoker. Invoker's actually not bad here. Invoker plus the Winter Wyvern's Curse. If you can get a properly timed Meatball and a properly timed Cataclysm with a Deafening Blast after Winter's Curse ends, that's a lot of damage and a lot of control. Also, Invoker is not half bad of a laning hero nowadays because of going for that Exhort build, because Exhort kind of fell off and Colossus Wex kind of became more the
5
norm.
seconds remaining.
But now that people kind of got used to playing against Quaswex Invoker, where the Invoker doesn't do much damage, Invoker just kind of can dominate a lane if you don't give him the respect that he deserves, especially the respect about the amount of damage that he can output in a very, very short period of time. So let's see, what is Radiant going to go for? Honestly, I'm pretty sure they're going to pick up their off lane here. I don't know if they're going to pick up Doom again. Doom wouldn't be half bad, but also at the same time, I don't think Doom did enough last game to warrant a pick, especially this late in the draft. Slardar, much, much better. Slardar is a get crap done hero. Slardar is a get in their face, bash them down, slow them up, reveal them if they're invis, extra damage, and the PA from the Dire side. I would have loved to see PA Slardar both on Radiant. PA Slardar is one of the best combo duo still. Amplified damage, and then PA throws out a crit dagger, gets a lucky crit, and they just explode. It is such a good duo. But being the fact that Dire have the PA and the Radiant have the Slardar, let's see what the Radiant pick up to combo with said Slardar. Slardar is going to obviously be their offlaner. For a safe lane hero that combos well with Slardar, Lifestealer is good, Chaos Knight is good, now that Chaos unfortunately lost his negative armor. Another hero that is good, Sniper. Sniper is very good because he loves that extra vision. He loves that extra potential of having that extra damage. Lifestealer, yeah, that was kind of obvious that they were going to go for that. They could have done a safe lane Sniper, but that's not very likely. Honestly, actually, I might like mid lane Sniper. Sniper wouldn't be bad here, especially against the Invoker. But that does kind of put it would put Sniper in a kind of a hard position because then the PA could easily jump on top of the Sniper and just absolutely demolish him. But they do have the counter initiation with Rock. Rock is the big thing that right now is just shifting the entire draft into Radiant's favor.
10 seconds remaining.
And honestly, the way that Radiant are drafting right now, you go back like 2.5 years, Slardar, Lifestealer, and Warlock were like the 3 biggest core picks. If you can get Io on top of that, like Io, Slardar, Lifestealer, it was so good. Something just kind of dawned on me. What if Radiant went with an Alchemist? It's like, just looking at their lineup, if they were to have the 3 Mega Bruisers of Lifestealer, Slardar, and an Alchemist, that would be insane. What Slardar gives Lifestealer is the potential to be much more aggressive than farm intensive. Because you're essentially walking around with a free Desolator and a free Blink Dagger for a Lifestealer. Lifestealer goes for an Armlet and goes like Armlet Echo Saber or Echo Saber Chrysalis. He will start critting for stupid amounts of damage. And then you put an Alchemist next to him that essentially is more of a farm-intensive hero that's more of like the mid-game carry. You put yourself on a timing, yes, but that timing is incredibly strong. Who would they pick besides the Alchemist? Monkey is still in the pool. Monkey is always an option here. What is it? Tinker is also an option. Tinker would not be bad here either. Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit kind of gets rocked a little bit by Invoker, but not bad enough to the point where it's like unplayable. Void Spirit also could be a very fun hero here. Magnus. Magnus is on that same line as Alchemist. And Abaddon, the Horseman of the Apocalypse. I love that Magnus pickup, by the way. That was on the same line. Magnus is on the same line as an Alchemist. Magnus, though, has a built-in cleave. I'm not super gung-ho about Magnus with Lifestealer, primarily because Lifestealer loses his empower when he goes inside of a creep or goes inside of Magnus. And so it's like you pretty much have to blink on somebody, let Lifestealer pop out, then you have to instantaneously empower him if you want him to have the empower for the for the RP, which, I mean, Lifestealer doesn't work the greatest with Magnus, but at the end of the day, Magnus doesn't need to put Empower on anybody besides himself and Slardar, because Slardar is a super free hero to empower too. Like this again, Radiant's draft just looks so much better than the Dyer's. And the Dyer with the Abaddon, it just doesn't make sense. They're putting so much of a emphasis on like fighting around this PA, but PA is not going to be able to carry this game. Like look at the enemy heroes. PA is going to need a Desolator.
Battle.
Actually, crap, what does she even buy to kill them? She would need a Desolator and I don't even know. Because let's take a look at like what some of the items you would need. He's going to build armor, he's going to build armor, he's going to build armor. So you're going to need to have a Desolator. That's obvious. You're probably going to need something like an MKB too. For that extra damage, for the extra nuke. You're also... You can need MKB. You're probably going to end up going for like a Battle Fury at this point. Because you're going to have to farm. The Invoker's not going to be able to hold the entire team back. What does this PA even accomplish? I'm looking at this PA and I'm just thinking that there is no way she is going to be able to beat all of them down. And I'm just thinking about like what normal item pickups she would go for. And the only thing that's coming into my mind is like going Divine Rapier. Going for an early Divine Rapier. Because there's no way she's going to do enough damage to all of these units to kill them. Magnus, big, beefy, tanky boy with a lot of potential to farm. Lifestealer. Right from the get-go, not super big, beefy, and tanky, but becomes big, beefy, and tanky with his normal item builds. Slardar. Slardar is an offlaner for a reason. Slardar is a massive, massive fish boy. I think they might be leaving their Lifestealer. Nope, they're not leaving Lifestealer in a 1v2. I was going to say, are they going to run an aggressive try? This Winter Wyvern also... I know she really doesn't have a lot of things that she's gotta be careful about, because she can just kind of throw Winter's Curse off willy-nilly because there isn't a whole bunch of setup, as long as Invoker blows his combo first. I genuinely don't even know. I don't know what this PA is going to be able to accomplish with the Slardar, Lifestealer, and Magnus pickup. Those are three massive beefy boys. I really honestly almost would have rather have seen like a sniper on the other side. Sniper for Dyer or or like an Arc Warden for Dyer. At least then they would have enough damage to punch through these people. And like a TB for Dyer wouldn't have been bad either. TB would have been better than PA. Oh, Slardar is a little bit out of position, though. PA would have been great. Or not PA, TB would have been great. Chaos Knight would have been better. Wow. This is another game where Dyer just drafted themselves better. Or where, Radiant drafted themselves better than the enemies. And Invoker's going to be going for what looks like to be Exhort, so kind of what I figured. Giving him just extra damage and giving him the extra potential. Here, I gotta pull up the last hits chart. Magnus is just as much like last game. Pretty much having an entirely free game. And he's got the skewer, so he's just kind of having a free time there. PA is not doing well, is she? Oh, never mind. PA's 9-2. I was looking down here, assuming that she wouldn't be getting much, but no, yeah, PA's doing quite well. Abaddon's actually doing pretty well too. But then you've got these three boys right here, 7-7-7. When their mid laner, I mean, I guess I'm kind of like being over dramatic. This game doesn't look as bad for the Dire as what I think it does, but I just don't think after laning phase that things are going to be going super easily for them. But they could spiral out of control during the laning phase and completely decimate the Radiant, but with as well as the Radiant played last game, I don't know if they're going to. Yeah, honestly, the only player from last game that I didn't think did honestly all that well was the Drow, which is the lifestealer this game. But I guess last game it wasn't really on him to do super well because it wasn't a great draft for him. Oh, Magnus, 5 armor, 1800 or 1080 HP. It's just like, oh, that hurts. I think he just kills Invoker here. He could easily kill the Invoker here. What is he doing? I guess just getting a whole bunch of free CS. That's what he's doing. PA is actually handling this pressure at the as they're dueling a lot better. PA gonna get a kill here? PA might actually get the kill here. No, she doesn't have blink. She's only got her her stifling dagger and then blur, which ain't bad, but still. Oh no! Oh no! Yep, that is a dead Winter Wyvern, and this will probably be a dead PA too. They have yep, they have Little Shredder up too. He's just gonna wait for her and boop. One more boop. One more boop. Oh, there we go. Yes, Lardo has got a bash ready now. It's 115 bonus damage. Can we just talk about how broken that is? He literally has a bash on command with also negative armor. That'll remove negative 20 armor at the highest level.
Regeneration.
And Magnus really doesn't get anything out of that regen rune, but whatever, nor does Invoker. Yeah, and if Magnus has a little bit of a rough lane, he can literally go to the jungle with a free Battle Fury that also increases his damage. Because that's fair. Like, yet again, Magnus was on the same realm as, the Alchemist. I think Winter Wyvern might be a little bit in trouble here. Oh, nope, never mind. She's got a lot more damage than what I gave her credit for. And you got Warlock just kind of sitting here hanging out. Lifestealer's having a, not exactly a super free game, but not bad. The Abaddon's getting a lot more than what I thought he was going to. What did he have coming to him on Crow? Boots and a salve. Then you've got the Lifestealer just being healed up. This is actually a really interesting, like hero matchup. I haven't seen Lifestealer versus Abaddon in a very long time. And most of the time I would be playing the Warlock in this situation, so I wouldn't get to study it as well as what I would want to. But Abaddon's got 71 damage. Lifestealer's only got 57. Abaddon is relatively tanky, and wow, that's kind of surprising. Oh, well, she's got her Blink Strike now. That'll explain it. But Abaddon's got quite a bit of HP. He's also got his Purge. He's also got a Soul Ring. Soul Ring gives him a lot of mana that he can use for his Decrep Blast, or his Mystic Coil. And he can literally just run people down, too. Too bad Venge way overstayed her welcome. And Lifestealer is a good hero for a reason. Wabump. Yeah, right now Lifestealer's got about half level on the Abaddon. Go back up to top lane, see how that's going. Up here's about to get a free kill on Spitfire. And Winter Wyvern is literally just gonna bubble up. Kills out the wow, I don't know why I wanted to say it was a crow. No, it's a creep. A range creep. He's almost got a bash queued up. So if they want, yeah, I was gonna say that's a really bad idea to try and run him down under tower. Oh, that's rough. That's rough right there. I don't know if Snapfire is going to go for a Javelin this game. I mean, this game is very much warranted for a Javelin. Venge made a rotation mid, was unable to kill the Magnus. Magnus is, I was going to say, he's got to go hit that shrine, but he doesn't have a shrine anymore because they removed that from the game. He's going to have more regen brought out to him. Yeah, it's 8 minutes. Last hits really only says so much. Let's look at the net worth. Wow, Invoker's beating out Magnus for net worth. What's the last hits like? Okay, Invoker's got 32, Magnus has 47, but Invoker's had to spend significantly less on regen to get said last hits. And Invoker's a higher level than Magnus. Neither one of them has died. Oh, Invoker's also got 15 denies. That says a lot, actually.
Haste.
And neither one of them went for a bottle. They all went for useful items. Now I say bottle isn't useful item. Bottle is not an active item. Oh, that's gonna kill Magnus. Maybe not. He's gonna have enough for a skewer. Invoker does not have enough for a Sunstrike, unfortunately. Yeah, and he's he's looking for the shrine, but that don't exist anymore. Throws an Empower on Slardar. Whenever you get to play Slardar with a Magnus and you get that AoE, or you get that free crit, or not free crit, but the free cleave, it feels so nice. Because you get that bonus cleave damage, or you get the bonus damage with your cleave when you beat a bash. We got Invoker just sitting here. He's sitting at the second highest in net worth. Lifestealer's had pretty much an entirely free game down here, surprisingly so, compared to the Abaddon. And unfortunately, Abaddon is going to... Oh! No, dude. You could see that there was still... That was a misplay beyond an extreme degree. You could see that there was creeps. Your allied creeps still had that on you. You didn't have enough mana for that, for the spell shield. You don't pop your soul ring, which will kill you. I hate to say it, but Abaddon cannot deny himself anymore. He has lost one of his biggest, most useful tools. Abaddon as an offlaner right now just does not feel good, does not make sense. Oh, and he just got rock dropped. I mean, that's kind of one of those whatever moments, but that does actually kind of feel bad for Warlock. But he does get to farm a couple of creeps here, so I mean, hey, it works. Ooh, and they also found one of the best items in the game, Royal Jelly. Royal Jelly is good because you consume it and then it's there. I put the other Royal Jelly on, Snapfire. Yeah, because that's HP regen and mana regen for nothing, essentially. Granted, it does essentially consume one of your neutral items. But honestly, I think I would probably take it. And even if I'm playing 5 position here, I would rather see my my offlaner in hard carry, or like my offlaner in mid, because typically it's offlaners that need this. But like a couple of it literally is like having free regen on you constantly. It's just so good. And Snapfire doing Snapfire things. Wait, someone left, or someone got stunned in a certain area. Let's literally drop everything and kill them. And Slardar's got a Urn of Shadows. That's kind of an interesting item pickup for such early game, but whatever. And Magnus is insane. And Fishboy just died. That's 213 gold that just went straight into the Invoker's pockets. What does Invoker have coming out to him? Okay, I was about to say, does he actually have a Hand of Midas and he's got 2,000 gold saved up? Because if that's the case, we are in trouble. I guess I shouldn't say we are in trouble. Radiants are in trouble. But yeah, this is looking actually not half bad for Dire. I'm kind of concerned about what the PA is going to be able to accomplish in mid to late game because of just how beefy the Radiant team is. But at the same time, this Invoker might be able to surprise me and really do quite a bit. I liked the Invoker pick right from the get-go, but I like the Radiance draft way better. They just drafted significantly better, and they have this X factor of Warlock. I know it might seem really dumb that I constantly talk about this hero, but as a 5 position, you have got to understand, having a BKB piercing stun, having an AoE slow, and having AoE amplification of damage is so good. No other hero in Dota 2, until they change Warlock's kit, no other hero in Dota 2 has this amount of utility to him. Not with the BKB piercing stun, not with the AoE damage. The only one who comes near that would be Enigma, but Enigma is a BKB piercing stun that also can be pierced by BKB, and he has to be channeling it. Warlock is kind of like a drop and forget. Now, yes, you can, oh, Magnus is a little bit in trouble here. Go for the Sunstrike? No, he wouldn't have enough damage with it. Maybe he would. What would Sunstrike do? 412 damage? Yeah, a little bit too much. A little bit too much HP on Magnus.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to
Um,
take this abuse.
what was I saying again? Oh, yeah, with Warlock, it just literally drop and forget, and yeah, if you get stunned in the upheaval duration, well, whatever, it still lingers for 3 seconds, even if you drop it and then drop it automatically, or you start it, then you drop it automatically, that's still 3 seconds of like a 12% slow. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's enough. I mean, if you're giving like any amount of movement slow to an enemy team, typically it's pretty good. And Spitfire's doing Spitfire things. Hey, look it. Literally raining fire from the sky, and he almost died. If he didn't put that shield on him, he would have burned to death right there. Burn DPS of 50 damage. Spitfire. Spitfire, why are you the new Dark Willow? That's another hero that I'm kind of surprised didn't get picked up more, because Dark Willow still has an insanely good kit. But, yeah, Spitfire is kind of like the new Dark Willow. The kind of way that Dark Willow used to be, how Dark Willow could literally walk up to a hard carry Terrorblade that had a completely free-farmed game and just one-shot him.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Getting the hard carry out of the way with a free Blink Dagger, essentially. Or a free Force Staff, not Blink Dagger.
Tower is under attack.
Also, Lifestealer this game is very, very farmed. And PA, where's PA? PA is sitting in the jungle. PA has a Demon Edge. I kind of figured PA was going to go for a Battle Fury. I was kind of hoping that she wasn't going to. But I knew that PA had to have something to kind of help her farm into this game, or else she just was not going to have anything. Right now, net worth-wise, she's not doing half bad, and she's going to accelerate a lot faster than what the LS does. Also, Invoker is here. He is making plays. He is doing what he can to keep himself into this game, or keep the Dire team into the game. If they keep going for this kind of pickoff style, they can do that with Vengeful, by the way. If they keep going for like this pickoff style, kind of like what the Dire team did last game, or the Radiant team did last game, they might be able to force reactions out of the Radiant and force them to quit farming on their Lifestealer, but I don't think, I know this guy, I don't think he's going to quit farming unless they're like threatening his tier 3s or something. Because yeah, look at that, upheaval, movement speed slow for, even though it was only about 3 seconds, that could still be completely detrimental in a fight. Also, Abaddon's ultimate is back up, that is kind of surprising. And Fatal Bonds? Fatal Bonds is not up, but Spitfire's doing Spitfire things. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot this game, because Spitfire is pretty much uncontested. Because you've got 3 beefcakes to stand in the front line. You've got Spitfire and Warlock who can literally just sit in the back lines and be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. You've also got RP to couple with Rock Drop. You've also got RP to couple with Fatal Bonds. You've got RP and Rock Drop to couple with the Mortars. You've also got Slardar, who loves to have heroes standing close to each other. He's got also amplify damage.
Radiant's middle tower
And then
shouldn't
you've
have to
just
take this
got
abuse.
Lifestealer doing Lifestealer things.
Radiant's
Magnus
middle tower has fallen.
failed to deny a tower? Okay? I mean, they're having so much of a free game, it doesn't really matter. How's PA doing? PA's almost got a Battle Fury. 17 minutes though, that's late. That's really late for a PA. Well, she's got it. Now let's just see what she can do with it. Oh, Lifestealer's gonna have to build into an MKB at this point. Because he can go MKB, or Desolator into MKB. He'll be in a pretty decent position. But PA still got a Battle Fury. PA's actually got quite a bit of attack speed. 2 Wraith Bands and Power Treads on Agi. Wait, what's happening at bottom? Oh, Rock Drop. Killed Avenge, of course. And then you've got the Abaddon with his ultimate still up, which is probably going to get popped here. Oh, never mind. He's going to pop his pop his shield. So they just kind of airballed that tornado. And mortars. Did he? Okay, he did not actually pop his drop. Which does he have the shovel? He does have the shovel. He just found a free bounty rune. That is another item that they should just remove from Dota. I get the whole like chance to get a flask or a chart or a TP or like the cobalt. I get that. That's fine. Wait. I heard the Maelstrom proc. I thought I was wrong.
I guess Radiant fortified their structure.
Invoker's got a Maelstrom.
Dire's bottom tower
Why
is
the
so
heck
bottom
does
tower is
Invoker
gone.
have a Maelstrom?
All that matters.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Why the heck does Invoker have a Maelstrom?
A bed. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower just went down.
I'm sorry, I'm just so flabbergasted by the fact that Invoker went for a Maelstrom instead of building into an Aghanim Scepter faster. And I don't know.
Killing spree.
Honestly, I think Ven just kind of threw away her life there. I mean, they've got so much gap close, and they've got so much, pretty much gap close, yeah, that they were going to kill her. So what is PA going to do this game? PA is going to go for a Desolator into a BKB. I do not think that's going to be nearly enough to beat down these 3 beefcakes. Look at 8 armor.
Middle tower is under
Actually,
attack.
he's got to take on more armor because he's got phase boots.
Tower deserves just as much help
So
as
he has
mine.
got pretty decent amount of armor. Oh, that's sad. 9 armor, or 8 base armor, 9 armor, 11 base armor.
Matriarch with prize.
Like a whole bunch of damage, or a whole bunch of armor, and they just do not have enough damage to punch these guys down. Now, I guess I do kind of, I don't have a problem with the thought of Invoker dealing more magic damage than what he already is, but I don't see why Maelstrom would be the pickup. Yeah, a Wyvern's wisdom is not to be questioned, but an Invoker picking up a Maelstrom, that's questionable. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Maybe this guy is some Invoker genius that I just genuinely don't understand what he's doing. But I genuinely don't understand what he's doing. He's kind of like trolly. I can see that, but it's more of a nuisance than an actual like devastation attempt. Right now, let's take a look at what both sides have. Right now, what does the Dire have to deal with the Radiance? Everything. Wait, he empowered him, and then he jumped inside of Magnus. He no longer has Empower. I don't think he understands how that works. PA's over here free farming. PA's trying to get up a Desolator. PA's about to get 4-man ganked, though. And it is not about to be pretty. Yep.
Regeneration.
Are they just gonna drop rock on her too? No, they're not gonna waste that.
Dominate.
Donk.
He's found.
Yeah, there. I don't know. I after seeing the Slardar pickup, I don't know what their thought was behind picking the PA.
Happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
I still would have liked to have seen a Terrorblade. I think Terrorblade would have been a much better pickup here. And I don't see the whole point of this Abaddon either. I mean, I could see how he did a little bit in lane, but once now that he's moving, once he's up and doing stuff, I don't see what he does. I can see that he's going to go for a Crimson Guard, which isn't a bad pickup, especially against the amount of physical damage that they have. But I don't know. I genuinely don't think it's going to go well. like yet again the Abaddon pickup and the Invoker pick with the Maelstrom. And it's like if he wanted to go for a range damage with or a ranged hero with damage that he could use to build into a Maelstrom, why didn't he go for a sniper? Why didn't he go for, well, if he wanted like do Maelstrom damage, why not go for an Ember Spirit? Why not go for this? Why not go for that? It's like item pickups with the certain heroes that really benefit from said items, and it's like I could rationalize a Maelstrom on PA more than I could rationalize a Maelstrom on Invoker.
Beating on Dire's top tower.
And they're trying to go for pickoffs here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, wow, I'm surprised they killed her. And now will they be able to kill this Lifestealer? I don't think so, because he has got Infest. Okay, wow, PA just did a lot more damage than what I thought she was going to. Yeah, actually, she's doing 138 plus 99. That's a good amount of DPS. But I don't know what they're going to be able to actually benefit off of this, because they do have buyback on their on Spitfire and on Magnus. If they wanted to, they could drop rock as they buy back on Spitfire and do a lot of damage. Invoker going for a Force Staff. I appreciate that. I approve of this. This Abaddon, you've overextended. Invoker, you've helped him overextend. At least Invoker's gonna get out. I don't know if Abaddon's going to. He might. Or Invoker gets far enough away, then he just Force Staffs him forward. Oh, he's going for a Hurricane Bite completely. And a PA just got the Aegis with a Deso. Battle Fury. Okay, well, this game just went from being completely one-sided to being a lot more interesting. PA picking up Aegis pretty much means that she's got the authority to die twice. She's also got enough built-in damage right now with the Desolator that she's actually pretty beefy. And she just got an Orb of Destruction. Seriously? So, remember what I said? I don't know what PA builds to get extra damage. She just got an extra -5 armor. That is... That is devastating to to the Radiant team. Right now, does she have her, Okay, so I'm assuming at 20 she's going to pick her, 4 armor corruption. Because that would be 4 plus 5 plus 7 for negative armor. Which every time... Oh, no.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
That's just painful to look at. Actually, it's not painful. It's actually extraordinarily satisfying to watch a Warlock just destroy a team. But, oh goodness, PA has so much negative armor. -15 armor on the Warlock. -15 armor with an Orb of Destruction and a Desolator. Oh, that was just such a lucky pickup. 1,200 damage crits, 26 minutes into the game. I don't know what they're going to do. I genuinely don't know what they're going to do against this PA. They've got to burst her. They've got to kill her right away, right at the beginning of a fight. But they can't. -16 armor from the PA itself. This game just got absolutely impossible for the Radiant to win. The whole problem with PA only having a Desolator is a -7 armor does only so much. You get something like an Orb of Destruction, which it just compounds that, because the way that negative armor works, it's an escalating thing, where, say you've got 10 armor, they take 5 of that away, you still have the 5 armor defense. You start going into the negative numbers with armor, like how Warlock only had, like, what was that, 4 armor, -15. Every time you get negative armored, you start taking amplified damage. Oh, well, Invoker was out of position. That I kind of... What did they blow for that? Did they blow anything for that? No. But when you start going over the amount of armor that you have for the amount of negative armor that they get, you start taking amplified damage. And when you start taking amplified damage with the PA crit, that can literally just be astronomically larger than most hero can deal in a single hit, or most heroes can deal in a single hit, it becomes very, very, very dangerous. I don't know if PA is going to be able to one-shot down like a Magnus. Let's look at Magnus. How much armor does he have? He's got 11. She does negative 16. Until Magnus gets up to at least 16 armor, he is going to be losing an insane amount of health every time he gets crit, because he does not have enough to survive. Oh, and Spitfire's going to die here. Spitfire's just going to get annihilated. PA's just going to blink out. And the Winter Wyvern is just going to protect everybody. And now Magnus is going to come in and do what he can. But he does not have the armor to be able to stand up against a PA with the amount of negative armor that she has. Lifestealer cannot stand up to the negative armor that she has. Look at this. Like, look at this. Magnus should not be taking that much damage. But they can't do anything. Jeez, and the negative 4 armor corruption too on top of that. No one's gonna have any amount of armor. Let's see if she's gonna hit this creep.
I'm grateful.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
It's a lot. She hits for a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Now this Invoker going for a Maelstrom is kind of indifferent, because this PA had gone from not being a threat to not being able to punch through the enemy team to, oh crap. I genuinely think that it was this Orb of Destruction pickup that really, like, changed the flow of this game. She went from not being able to kill to absolutely being able to kill whatever she wants to. Lifestealer went for an AC, which isn't bad, but I don't know if he's gonna... Wait. Yeah, this game's over. I think the Radiant just lose right here. Like, what do they do? They can still kill the PA before... Never mind. They can still kill PA before BKB comes out on her. Well, she got BKB and they just absolutely get annihilated. Magnus is not going to be able to do enough. I guess they let that PA farm up that BKB a little bit too fast. Or farm up that Battle Fury a little bit too fast. This was not supposed to go like this. I did not foresee this happening. It escalated so quickly. And now they're just going to lose their own. That's it. That's GG. That's it. We're finished here. Good night. Goodbye, folks. It's Shrine is, or the Ancient's 1 health away. Just hit it. Hit it. There you go. Minus $1 victory. That was quite the victory. I did not have faith in them, and they just blew it out of the water. I'm definitely going to be finishing up this series. I'm going to be watching the grand finals of this one. I'm casting that one too. I've got a smile on my face. I like being wrong when it comes to Dota, and I've learned something. Never, ever, ever underestimate the power of a PA with an Orb of Destruction. Screw that hero and screw that item. Welcome to Dota, kids. Alrighty guys, sorry I'm coming into this one just a few minutes late. I had to run to the bathroom and get some more of my yummy coffee. So we are now back into what is the grand finals of this little BattleCup session. I think these guys are roughly about Legend 3s, Legend 4s, I think somewhere around there. Let's actually take a look here. Can we see the details of their last game? Yeah, everybody's either high Archon or low Legend.
10 seconds remaining.
So we got a Spitfire and a Lich. A Grimstroke Slardar. And they pick up the Fish Boy. Alright. So one team's got one fish, the other team's got the other. Let's take a look at their bands. Viper, Centaur, Ricky, Tiny, PA. I understand why they banned. I'm sorry, but the whole idea that PA gets, what is it, like an extra negative extra -6, -7 armor corruption with Orbit Destruction, and then with Desolator, and then with her built-in armor corruption. It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's like, let's take the whole idea of like what makes Dota Dota and chuck it out the window and it's like, guess what? Hit or one hit KOs. That's all that matters now. But granted, I guess that is kind of the spirit of Dota. It's like you can outplay your opponents, but if you get cheesed, you just get cheesed. Let's see. So they got a Grimstroke and a Slardar. What do they pick up here? Honestly, Doom would not be bad here to go for a 4-position Doom and then a 5-position Grimstroke. You give you a dual Doom, dual negative armor from the Slardar. What else could they go for here? Oh, and it looks like it was Dire that had first pick. So Radiant got second 2 picks, being 2 and 3. So that's why they picked up the Lich as a deny pick. Coddle. Okay, that would be a dual mana leak. Also with his Ignis Fatuus, aka the White Hole, aka the Oh Crap Run. Coddle is a hero that deserves respect. And then you've got Omni Knight. I'm sorry to say this, but Omni Knight actually doesn't have all that much of an effect against a Coddle. Yes, he can help purge off the mana leak, and yes, he can kind of help during the White Hole call, but that's the thing, is it ticks so fast. If Coddle drops his ult on top of someone, like directly on top of someone, it doesn't matter if Omni Knight tries to repel them, they're still going to be caught in it, and they won't be able to kill it probably in time unless they have a stupid high attack speed. A Bristleback. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a actually, I guess I shouldn't say that. I was going to say it's probably going to be a safe lane Bristle Coddle combination for the dual snot or dual quills, which is absolutely devastating in lane. Bristleback is a phenomenal pickup here, and I greatly approve of it. Also, dual snot, or should I say dual viscous goo. It is muy bueno. Yes, please. More, more, more. And especially against something like a Slark. Slark, I don't care how many stacks you get. You start hitting the back of a Bristleback, he's going to start, yeah, he's going to lose his stats, but he's still going to be able to quill you for a lot of damage. And if Slark does not disengage in time, he can end up getting himself killed by quilling too much. I've seen it happen on numerous occasions.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not going to lie, it may have happened to me a couple of times too, when, like Wind Ranger, or other heroes that attack really fast. What do you think their last ban's going to be? Honestly? Get that Magnus out of here. I don't want to see that. I think Magnus would be a problem, especially for that, or especially with a Slark on the same team as the Magnus. That would be just devastating.
Dire team's turn to
They
pick.
ban out the sniper. Who are they going to pick up? Tinker? Huskar! So these people are like, you know what? Our last 2 picks, we're going to do nothing but cheese. I don't know right now what the Radiant can pick up to give themselves an advantage in the mid lane. Viper's already gone. Viper would have been perfect against a Huskar because Viper breaks the passives. Sniper could outrange the Huskar. Sniper is out of the pool. Lina can do quite well here. Invoker. Obviously, I should have seen that one coming. This -$1 is the same team that played Invoker last game. Let's just see if they're going to have just as much success with their Maelstrom Invoker again. Please, though, that is just such a bad item on Invoker. I'm sorry. It's like the Weehaw going Maelstrom Vanguard on Invoker. It's like, oh, he already is pretty tanky, and he already has pretty good attack speed and attack damage. You get a Maelstrom and a Vanguard, just makes it all that better. And it's like, dude, you lost like 3 tournaments with that build. I'm sorry. But no, it's not good. It's like that whole idea when people were using Beastmaster and spamming the absolute crap out of Beastmaster on a pro level. It's like, you keep losing with this hero, quit picking it. Or, what is it, Lone Druid. Lone Druid also has that mentality, like, really, really badly. Like, Lone Druid and Lycan, I think, are the two worst heroes for that. Or they're the two worst offenders when it comes to that. It's like, oh yeah, their heroes are so good, but then it has absolutely zero effect in game, but then the hard carry's like, no, it's amazing! Trust me, just watch, just wait. I'll find a perfect game eventually, at some point, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, this is gonna be a Huskar versus an Invoker. I think this is gonna go really Huskar favored. I think the side lanes though, depending on what they do in the side lanes, is really gonna be favoring the Dire side here. Having a Bristleback as a laning hero is, oh, it's so good. And especially if you can combo it with a Coddle and essentially get a free Coddle game out of the thing, it makes it very, very difficult to stand in lane against him, period. Honestly, put the Bristleback in the safe lane with the Coddle. That's the best call.
Prepare for battle.
Wait, are they actually going to? Bristle is definitely going to the safe lane, and Coddle is definitely going with him. Omni and Spitfire versus Bristle. Coddle. Yeah, this is bad for the Omni. Omni's gonna be like whining and complaining the entire game, like, I'm having such a bad lane, guys, I'm so screwed. Yeah, this is gonna be really fun for Bristleback. You got Huskar, who's gonna have a pretty fun free lane. He doesn't have a hand for me. What? Or no, he doesn't have a spear for me. What the heck? Okay then, buddy. By the way, another thing. I don't get why he has his arm all the way out here. Like, whenever he walks, he would like be holding his spear all the way out here. I don't know why. That just never made sense to me, but whatever. Huh, I wonder if Omni circled something here. Probably the ward that they watched get placed. And why the heck would you put it in the water? What? Okay, that does give you vision out to here for the Radiant. But if you were to go right there, it would give you vision all the way out to, like, here. And it would give you the vision of, like, the bottom of the steps here. And it would still give you the vision of this steps, too. And it would also give you the vision above the steps, too. That's questionable. Let's see. He's got 3 cool stacks on him. He's sad. He hates his life. Omni Knight's just sad. And now he has to get Purification level 1 just to stay at least somewhat in the lane. Then you got Slardar and Grimstroke. I don't know what Slardar's going to be able to do in this lane, because he's going to have a bad time too. But he's going to have a significantly less bad time than, oh yeah, this is First Blood right here. It's one more bash. One more hit, bash. Yep, there we go. He's dead. Slardar is going to have a pretty rough time getting creep farms, but he's at least going to be able to stay within XP range. Omni Knight, on the other hand, Omni Knight's not going to have that same kind of luxury. Bristleback is just going to keep constantly quilling him. And I know this might seem like really greedy, but if Bristleback were to go for a what is it, the Windlace, and start speed creeping the Omni, 'cause Omni moves at 302. Bristleback is at 292. He gets up a Windlace that's extra, like an extra 10 movement speed, extra 15 movement speed. How much is Windlace? Extra 20 movement speed, actually. Yeah, so that would put him at 10 movement speed faster than the Omni Knight. And then he could pick up a Boots of Speed, too. And he would just absolutely devastate this Omni. But granted, that's a little bit of, what? Oh, Forge Spirit, Cold Snap, Sunstrike. He used a 3-part combo right away. Gotcha. That would explain it. Lich has got to stop moving forward. Seriously, Lich, you've got to stop moving forward. They're actually just pushing lane right now. This is really bad for Radiant side. But Invoker's actually not doing half bad. Surprisingly so. I didn't think Invoker was going to be doing this well, but no, yeah, he's doing alright. I think every game that we've casted tonight has been a Spitfire game. This Coddle, though, he is really going to be a nuisance for them in the mid to late game. Was that one of mine? Grimstroke. You gotta love that snotty personality. I actually really do think Grimstroke could be a core, as like this mid magic damage core, especially when he first got introduced, because it's got a reverse power shot essentially, which as a mid lane dominating tool is actually just phenomenal, and they really have not put the damage down at all. Also, a point and click silence that deals a good amount of damage if it pops. Also, it takes a little while to kill too. You get that thing up to level 3, and you only really need to put it up to level 3, and then you get your Stroke of Fate at like level 4. That does That's just quite a bit. That hurts. That hurts quite a bit. Alright. Oh, I forgot to put in the last hits and denies. Last hits and denies. Let's see. A Slark at 14.4. Omni at 13.5. Really? Really? I thought the Omni Knight was going to be having a much harder time up here. Bristle is going to be going for a pipe right away? Okay, that's kind of questionable. Or is that going into Vanguard? No, yeah, that would definitely be a Hood of Defiance, like, right away. Which, I get it, you like to have the mana, or the HP regen, and the extra stats from it aren't too bad. But at the same time, I feel like you should go for an aggressive item. Like, dude, you've got the advantage here. Go for phase boots. Go for a, Go for, like, phase boots. Go for a medallion. That's a Huskar crow. Where's Bristle's crow? Oh, he's got his Ring of Health coming to him. Honestly, if I was sitting in this Bristleback's position right now, I would be, or if I was sitting in the Coddle's position right now, I'd be yelling at my Bristleback saying, no, do not go for a Hood of Defiance first. You need to, wait, how do they both die bottom? I'm guessing they weren't watching Slardar building up a bash and then 2 levels of Inkswell. Gotcha. Alright, well, that's just bad for the Radiant. Yeah, but if I was sitting in this Coddle position, I'd be telling my Bristleback, get phase boots, get a medallion, get some more aggressive items, and start running at them. Like, this Omni Knight should not be allowed to farm like this. He's got 14 CS to the 21 of Bristle. Omni should be dead 3 times over, though. And he's getting up to his Soul Ring. He almost has his Soul Ring. Yeah, he has his Soul Ring, actually. That is just... That puts Omni Knight in a very, very good position, because he can actually farm quite effectively by just having a Soul Ring. Spitfire got that rune. Spitfire's going to be able to go back and grab the other bounty rune. How's Invoker doing? Invoker's going for phase boots this game. Okay. Well, yeah, this team's the same as what I thought they were. Yeah. So Invoker's going to be going for phase boots against a Huskar. I mean, okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever floats your boat, my guy. Let's see. How's Omni Knight doing? Omni Knight is not doing half bad. He's got a healing salve coming out to him, which I kind of question because, I mean, you've literally got a Soul Ring, but okay. Let's see. What does this Bristle got? He's still going for his Hood. I don't know why. Like, seriously, dude, you've got 2 levels in your Quill Spray. You've got 1 level in your Bristleback. I would say just go for it. I mean, you're not using Viscous Goo at all. Like, this right now is a dead point for you. You could have a second point into Bristleback if you didn't want to be throwing out your Viscous Goo all the time. Viscous Goo is, like, straight, like, 1 shot of it. Isn't it 2 armor? Yeah, base armor loss of -2. And then it is 1.4 per stack. So you throw 1 of that out, and then you use your Quill Spray. That's an additional -2 armor on a 4 armor hero. That goes from, like, 28 damage, I want to say, to, like, 32 damage. Yeah, 2 levels of Viscous Spray. Yeah, right now, Omni should die here. Omni is dead here. Like, this is not a question. Omni should die here. Bristle? Excuse me, Bristle? Thank you. Bristle, 1 more. He's got Oh, I thought he had like 5 stacks on him. He only had 3 stacks on him. He's still going for a Hood. I mean, yet again, I just don't think it's necessary. And honestly, if Bristle had gone for more speed items right from the get-go, yep, there's Omni dead. If he would have gone for more speed items right from the get-go, he would be in a much better position, in my opinion. But, what do I know, right? Yaskar doesn't have a spear for me. I mean, hey, whatever. Actually, wait, let's look at this. Does he actually... He does not have any cosmetics. So for some reason, his spear is just not loaded for me. Alright. Welcome to Dota. Don't worry, guys. It's still in beta. I promise. It's not like this game has been being actively played for the last 10 years. It's not like this game is like a massive, massive AAA level of, actually, I don't even know where I'm going with this one. Huskars got treads, though. Huskars doing really well. Look at CS-wise. Dire, 3 top. And then you've got Slark, who's kind of knocking on the door. Omni's doing quite well for what he should be doing. He should be at, like, 10 deaths and, like, nothing else. Lich died? Again? Lich, bro, you gotta quit stepping forward. I get it. Lich wants to be like, oh, I want to go and harass them. Lich, you're literally just feeding them more gold than if you were just to sit there in XP range and actually just get levels. Oh, Coddle's dead. I think Bristle dies here, though. Yeah, Bristle is... Or, not Bristle dies. Omni dies here. And Dunk. Yeah, now, honestly, if Bristle wanted to, he could just... Yeah, he can go for this. He's gonna get this kill, too. I'm sorry, but that cookie drop does not get you far enough away. He's gonna take like 3 tower shots for this, but whatever. And he's also got a healing flask, so it doesn't really matter. Healing flask plus a hood of defiance. Now he's going back for his phase boots. Honestly, I disagree with this choice. I think he should have gone phase boots first of all, because right now, what is he sitting at? He is sitting at 3 kills, 0 deaths. I think he'd probably be sitting at about 5 kills, maybe 1 or 2 deaths. But those extra kills, plus all the bonus CS that he would have gotten for being super aggressive, honestly, I think that would be more worth it. Although he's going with the mindset of the longer I last, the more I'll farm. But, I mean, I'd rather see burst damage than overtime damage when it comes to Bristle, because he can burst people down way faster than what is expected. Actually, why didn't they just put Lich in this lane in the first place? Like, seriously, Lich with the, ooh, that's a really big kill to go to Spitfire. I mean, that was... Bristleback did get a little bit overly aggressive there. He was a little bit... He was a little bit cocky there, but granted, I would probably be that same way in that same position. How is Slardar doing? Slardar has got 56 or 58 CS and 23 denies. We got about 10 minutes. Let's go over to the net worth. We got Dire with the top 3. I'm actually surprised Bristleback isn't higher. You've literally got Huskar, which has had the ultimate in free game. I don't know right now what they're going to be able to do against this Huskar. Huskar, you could have killed there. Especially with Slardar coming in. Unfortunately, if Slardar had been a little bit more graceful with that... Wait, whose tree is that? Alright, get rid of that. Neutral. So that was definitely Radiant's tree. Yeah, Radiant got the mango tree. They need to cut that down. Slardar should have cut that down right when he got there. Having that mango tree is literally like having a permanent free ward. I don't remember how to do it, but when you check like the vision that the Radiant would have, they've got vision of this entire area now for free. Oh, and Bristleback is just getting a double kill at top. Wait, what is this for? Is he going for power treads instead of phases? He might be going for power treads instead of phases. Yeah, he's going power treads. Honestly though, I would have gone for phases. Phases with that bonus movement speed plus the percentile movement speed from the war stacks or the warpath really allows you to be super aggressive. I guess he doesn't want to get too close to the Omni Knight though, which I mean, whatever. We got Slardar over here, who is just having an ultimately free game, who was actually going for a Echo Saber first item instead of a Blink Dagger. I think that is a little bit greedy, but the way the Dire is playing right now, I think they could probably pull it off. Radiant is trying to be greedy, but the thing is they're not farming fast enough because they don't have fast enough farming items. Invoker went for Phase Boots. I kind of got the BOTs last game. This game though, the phases are kind of questionable. I would have rather have seen power treads on him just for that extra attack speed. And I know phase boots gives him a little bit of armor, but that ain't gonna do much versus a bristleback. Bristleback just runs down Lich, or I guess technically Coddle runs down Lich, but Bristleback was right there with him. And nope, miss. And then you've got Huskar, who just comes in and cleans up another kill. And Bristleback is not gonna die here, especially with that hood. Like I know I was kind of ranking on the hood earlier, but nowadays or right now in the point in time in the game, he's got a bunch of magic resistance and HP regen. Yeah, how much is magic resistance? What am I looking at? Yeah, he's got 46% magic resistance. And doesn't he get more through his talent tree? Or did they take that off? No. It might not have ever been a thing now that I think about it. I might be thinking of a different hero. Yeah, Lich is just dead here. Just remember what I said about last game about how big beefy boys are really, really hard to kill. This is another game where big... Never mind, Omni Knight. Thank you for proving me wrong again. Omni Knight just like walked in and pimp slapped Huskar. That was unexpected. Extremely unexpected. Show fight recap. How much of a net worth swing was that? That was a 1,600 net worth swing for Omni Knight making a rotation. That's impressive. What's this Omni Knight even going for? He's going for a Vanguard. And you've got Coddle who's just like dicking around with him under tower. And Spitfire missed. And this is the point where you've really got to be careful as the Dire. I'm sorry, but Spitfire's gonna do Spitfire things. And yeah, it's a dead bristle. That's a very dead bristle. That is a very dead. Thank you. All right, Omni Knight, see what you can do. He's just gonna stop. Omni Knight did go for arcane boots. I think he's gonna end up going for his like more of a tanky style build, and then probably going into a Radiance later game. Which I mean, not bad because he's gonna be going for Guardian Grades after his mana boots. I don't know what else their item. Honestly, I don't know what other item path he could have gone. But I'm just like thinking out loud because primarily when I'm like sitting in the fire position, I'm looking at everybody's items and I'm just telling them what to do or what to build. How is Slarkypoo doing? Oh, Slarkypoo is about to die. He's got a Dark Pact. He's got a Dark Pact. Oh, he's dead. No, he's just straight up dead. He TP'd in a very, very greedy location. The enemy team may not have a whole heck of a lot of stuns. They've got an ultimate stun, but then Slardar has enough stuns to make it very, very uncomfortable for anybody who's going to be TPing into an area. Alright, Invoker, can you hit some spells? You can hit some spells, buddy? He's going for another Maelstrom. I don't get this item path. I understand maybe Maelstrom will help you farm a little bit faster, but that's not gonna help you in this match. It's not gonna help you against this Huskar. And it wasn't even Invoker's item decision or his way that he was playing last game that won him the game. It was the fact that PA found that that Orb of Destruction. Without that PA's Orb of Destruction, she would have been doing less damage to the enemy team, and she wouldn't have been able to completely ransack them at the point that she did. It was just everything kind of fell into place. I don't know what this Invoker is actually going to be accomplishing or what he's going to be bringing into the fights. Slark, though, is going to go for a Diffusal Blade. I don't know how well that's actually going to work. I think Bristol might be a little bit out of position here. No, he's got Coddle with him. He's alright. Oh, that's going to be rough. Did Lich actually get his ult off? He did get his ult off, but it didn't matter.
Radiant's courier has been killed. That's animal cruelty in my book.
Yeah, there's nothing the Radiant can do right now. This is a problem that I had with Abaddon last game and Omni Knight this game. Where is your stun?
Triple kill.
Like, look at the team right now. You've got the Fire Snap Cookie, which is a stun, a small stun. You've got Invoker Lift or the Invoker Tornado.
but that's not really good enough. And then you've got the pounce root, or leash, I guess technically. Against this kind of a lineup, I would have much rather have seen someone like a like an ES in the 4 position, and then put Snapfire down in the 5 position. Snapfire is a perfectly fine 5 in my opinion, because she does have that potential to like essentially break an engagement off of your hard carry. Yeah, they see the mango tree and they're like, cut this thing down, get rid of this thing. It is a ward for them. They got rid of the mango tree, which is just something nice. And now they're Huskar. They're Huskar. I don't know what they're gonna do to stop this guy. They do have a good amount of damage if they fully burst him. But how are they gonna kill him twice? I mean, how many deaths does Huskar have? He's got 2. How many deaths? Yeah, Bristle's got 2 as well. Like, I don't know what they're going to do to these 2 heroes. And then you got Slardar. Slardar, who's just a big, beefy boy who just doesn't care about anything. 13 armor, Huskar, good amount of armor. Bristle's, less armor, but 7's still something. 6 armor, still not great. You got Slark actually trying to get a kill here, but I don't know. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Wait, did Omni just pop a mech? Or did someone pop a mech? I don't know. Yeah, that was a Coddle mech actually. Like, what does this Slark do right now? I know he can kind of weave in and out of fights, but the thing is, like, when you're going up against a Bristleback, Bristleback just extends these fights way past what would be comfortable for a Slark to be able to engage on. Like, Bristleback is one of the better heroes when it comes to extending fights. And Slark likes extended fights, but without a team to back him up during these fights, I don't know what he can do. And yeah, mid tower is just going to be denied. That is an extra couple hundred gold that is just gone from the Radiant side. And Radiant are losing a tier 2 in the process. So what's Slark doing? He's waiting for a bounty rune to spawn. What is Slark doing? He's waiting for bounty runes because he cannot do anything else on the map. He cannot touch the enemy team. Spitfire. She's got her level 1 ultimate still. It's 20 minutes, Spitfire. Buy that book. Seriously, get your level 2 ultimate, because that, like, doubles the damage, doesn't it? That adds, not double, but 25% or 50% extra damage, which is still good enough.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
This Huskar, he's still got his Aegis. He took Roshan a while ago. Aegis is going to time out relatively soon. Oh, Slardar got a Blink Dagger finally. Slardar just one-tapped him. Okay, let's see. What are they going to pull off here? How much damage can Invoker actually accomplish? Nothing. How much can Invoker do? Absolutely nada. How much can Slark do now? That's the bigger question. He's still got Aegis, guys. He's still got Aegis, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, this is hard. This is very hard for Radiant to make a recovery off of this. I don't know if they're going to be able to. This is just Huskar cheese. Huskar lost his Aegis, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think they just lose right here. I think this game is over. Slark's dead for 70. Yeah, GG. Slark's dead for 70. Invoker's dead for 30. Spitfire's dead for another 10. But I don't know what they can do. They cannot kill this Huskar. Yeah, that's GG. That's it. That's over. They got cheesed by a Huskar pick. A cheese by a Huskar and a Bristleback pick. Like, this is just another series of just bad drafts. I don't know what I can say. It was not a good pick for the Invoker. I don't know what they could have picked mid that would have been significantly better. It wasn't a good pick for the Lich. And the Omni Knight just did not have a stun, which just makes it very, very, very difficult to be going in on these people. Let's just take a look at damage done. This is the wrong game. Let's go over to details. And scoreboard. Let's look at the damages done. Like, let's take a look at Bristles. 24,000. Huskars, 21,000. Slark, 6,000. He did less damage than his 5-position Lich. Let that sink in for a second. And Lich did only a few hundred damage less, or only 1,000 damage less than his Invoker. Yet again, let that sink in for a second. Invoker did nothing here. Invoker's item build did absolutely nothing. Slark did absolutely nothing, because he couldn't do anything, because he didn't have a lot of stun on his side. If he had someone that he could combo with, like a Legion Commander instead of an Invoker, or, yeah, like a Legion Commander instead of like an Invoker, or a Omni Knight, someone who could jump with the Slark, if they would have had if they would have had a Slardar instead of the Omni Knight, they would have been in a much better position, but they focused on the Omni Knight, because what pick was Omni Knight? Omni Knight was 6th. What was Slardar? 5th. I don't know why they would pick Omni Knight into a Slardar. I don't know why they would pick Omni Knight in general. I don't think he's a very good hero, honestly. But granted, that's coming from a 3K player, so, I mean, take that as you will. I don't know. I genuinely do not know what what negative $1 was thinking. Yeah, GG to SB, because they just simply out-drafted them. Alright, if you made it all the way to the end here, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for listening to me ramble on for about an hour and a half when it came to Dota. I'm going to try and do more of these BattleCup castings and more of these just like random kind of things. I don't know why, I just like doing this kind of stuff. My voice is a little bit gone after casting 3 games in a row, after like one after another. So, thank you very much for watching, if you actually did watch, and catch you guys next time.